Hello everybody and welcome back to the Bourbon Bar. I'm Holden.
I'm Casey.
And this is a bourbon from the Bourbon Junkies themselves. Dan and Sean have their own distillery called Evernorth Spirits, and this is the Night Stalker Volume 2. So, if you guys are fans of the Bourbon Junkies, which, let's be honest, you probably are, since they are, I'd like to say, the biggest. At least one of the biggest, but if not the biggest, whiskey tubers in the game. And I've been fans of them for a very long time. In fact, they're one of the reasons I started doing whiskey tube in general. I think they're hilarious. They always look like they're having such a fun time. It's what made me want to have a partner and sit down and just goof off with whiskey before. It's part of the whole thing. Is just, the Bourbon Junkies are it. I've been fans of them for a long time and Patreon member of them for a long time. And when they started making their own whiskey, I decided that I had to get one. And this is one of the first ones that I was able to get from them, or it is the first one. And it is the Night Stalker Volume 2. A little bit about this bottle. It is 60% alcohol, 120 proof. It is a blend of straight bourbons. One of them is a 4.6 year Sagamore bourbon, which is a high rye. Then you have a 4.7 and 5.5 year Sagamore bourbon, which are both low rye. You have a 7.5 year MGP bourbon, which is a high rye, and a 7.5 year MGP bourbon, which is a low rye. All blended together to make this batch, blended by the Bourbon Junkies themselves.
Let's dive in.
Absolutely. So Casey has never had this. I drank it on the live stream because I do that a lot. So I have some slight opinions about it, but this will be Casey's first time drinking it, and my first time telling you guys exactly how I feel, especially after it has been opened.
I'm excited, actually. I've heard their stuff is fantastic, and I've missed out on a couple bottles myself, and I know you have too, but
I really, really like them. Just like, their videos make me feel so like happy watching. Like, they're just so fun to watch.
Right.
So I always enjoy that. And their whiskey, their palates are so good. So it just makes this that much better. Let's get on the nose.
this smells insane.
Is it not like a huge cherry oak bomb? I mean, like, the red fruit on this is crazy.
Yeah, I was just about to say the red fruit's nuts.
It is damn near juicy on the nose, which is hilarious because you can't actually get juice in your nose. I mean, you can, but it would hurt.
Yeah, it would hurt.
No, it is absolutely super red fruity.
There's a great amount of oak presence, though.
Very oaky.
There's even a little bit of a rye note.
Yeah, a little bit of like a nice spice in there. A little bit of rye spice.
It smells freaking fantastic. Let's taste it.
Screw it. Do it.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that not awesome? Okay. Immediately you notice a little bit astringent, not bad, but that oak present does like sap a little bit of the moisture from your mouth. But
oh my gosh,
the amount of red fruit and sweetness and like caramel oak, red fruit, just flavor in this. I mean, the mouthfeel alone is very rich. It's mouth coating.
it is so mouth coating. It is nuts. Every bit of my taste bud is tasting this. And the finish is awesome too.
I'm so happy I got this.
It just keeps lingering.
It does.
I love Sagamore products as well. I think they put out some really great stuff, honestly.
Absolutely.
And I'm glad that Bourbon Junkies is kind of like partners with them, almost. Oh, they are.
Yeah, I mean,
basically.
They are, technically.
God dang, that's
Is that awesome or what? Yeah, I had this similar reaction on the live stream when I tried this for the first time. If you guys want to see that, go ahead and check it out. It'll be either linked up there or
this
you just look it up. But
really reminds me of what was it, Cal 15?
Cal 15.
cherry.
There's bottles that this reminds me of, and I will list them, and you'll notice that a lot of them are my favorites. Calumet 15, a little bit of like a Woodford batch proof, a little bit of Baker's 13. All of them, what they have in common is a super cherry cream, oaky, viscous, rich bourbon.
There's a good amount of vanilla in this too.
There is, absolutely.
It's like a rich, thick vanilla though. It's not just like a vanilla icing. It's like vanilla cheesecake. Almost.
Right. Yeah. The rich, very rich. I actually didn't read this before, but it says here, Volume 2 originates from an experimental mash bill distilled by Sagamore that provides viscosity and notes of black cherry and dark sugar.
Mm-hmm. There's every bit of that.
I literally couldn't word it any better. That dark sugar coming really across is like a sweet oak, and like that cherry is just super red fruity in there. It's so good.
This is nuts.
And I paid, I think, $80 for this, roughly. I mean, I had to get shipping, which I think was a little expensive at $20. It came out to $100 after shipping, but I think shipping was $20, which means if you guys happen to be in Michigan and you're able to go to their tasting room and buy this from their tasting room, it's only about $80, which for this whiskey, that's really fucking good.
That's crazy. If this goes in the end of the year blind, I'm gonna knock on it right now. This might hit top 5.
I would say top 5 at least. This is like right up both yours and mine alley.
This is so damn good.
But that being said, Casey and I are gonna sit back. We're gonna sip on this and review it, and bring you guys some actual grades after the break. All right, we are back, everybody, and we sat back. We reviewed this whiskey and we gave it some pretty decent grades. Mm-hmm. But starting on the nose, I gave it a 92 out of 100. This is everything I like in whiskey. It's very good. I like the red and fruit. I like the dessertiness. I like the sweet, dark sugars of it. 92 out of 100. It's pretty great.
Yeah, that's pretty great. I give it a 90 out of 100. Yeah, the dark red fruit, the oak aspect. It smells a little bit older than all the age statement blends in here.
Yeah, the highest one is 7.5 years.
Right. It smells older than that to me anyway.
Yeah.
It's great. On to the palate. Palate, I gave it an 88. Same as the nose actually. Dark red fruit, a lot of oak. It just balances so well on the palate. Yeah. It's just delicious. Like everything that me and Holden like in a whiskey, this has, which is actually crazy. So.
Yeah, and I give it a 91 on the palate. I thought, it was awesome. I got a little bit of brown sugar actually on the palate, which I didn't say the first time. I'd say the nose and the palate go hand in hand together, and I think it's really good, especially for the price. So 91 on the palate. And talking about the price, I gave it a 89 for the value for the money. $80 is what this bottle costs roughly, and it may be hard to find if you're not a member of the Bourbon. If you're not a member of the Bourbon Junkies, but $80 for a whiskey this good is pretty great. I mean, I'm a $2 member. Well, $2 to $15 depends on when I'm trying to get whiskey or not. But for $80, it's very good. 89 out of 100 for the value for the money. Very nice.
Yeah, and I give it an 88 out of 100. I think this is better than any ECBP that you could probably find on the shelf for 70. To me, anyway. I mean, it's probably not quite close with proof and stuff, but this hits everything that I want in a whiskey. And I can't help but not love it.
I agree. And then for the totals, I gave it 91 overall, and Casey gave it an 89. Yeah. So only about 2 points difference, but overall, this is very, very good whiskey.
This is going to place very high on the end of the year. I think this could potentially hit top 5.
I agree. I love the Maker's Mark that we reviewed before this, but after drinking this, I think those two are going to fight very well for me for one of the best whiskeys of the year. I think it's super good. But that being said, if you guys like this video, make sure you're hitting the like button on your way out. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please do so. That would help us out a lot. But also what would help us is if you guys became members of the channel for only $2 or $7 a month. You guys can become members and get exclusive access to content before it comes out. And then you also get emojis or stickers that you get to use whenever we're live streaming. But Casey, what should they comment?
Let us know if you've had any Evernorth Spirits whiskeys that they've put out so far, and what do you think about them?
Yeah, that being said, we'll see you all in the next class.
Cheers.
Cheers.